So, hey, I'm afraid of Muslims just like, because I'm an American, I'm afraid of people who are different, dark-skinned, and have different religions. Because that's what we're supposed to be. And, oh, by the way, they, we overthrew their governments in the Middle East, and we've been bombing them for decades. They hijacked a plane and flew it into one of our buildings in New York 15 years ago also. So, they're horrible. Anyway. Terrorists are horrible. That's no laughing matter. But I will tell you this. We're getting a little paranoid. This just happened again. This in the UK, there were some people, Muslims, were ordered off a plane after ISIL accusation. So these people... I can't, I'm bad at pronouncing their names. You can see them. It says from left, Mariam, Ali, and Sakina Daharis. That's their names, right? So they're all related. And they were on a plane.
And Brother Ali. You said that, sorry.
Did I say that?
I think so, sorry.
And they were on a plane. They're going to Italy from the UK. And they get literally, on the plane, they get kicked off. These three people, because they're Muslim. They're on the plane going from UK to... And this is what happened. This is how they got... This is why they got kicked off. Earlier, two passengers, also traveling to Naples, which is where they were all going, told authorities that the siblings had been looking at a mobile phone screen that showed either Arabic texts or words, "Praise be Allah." That's all it takes. That's all it takes is that, hey, I saw them with their saying things in their native tongue.
Praise be Allah. Praise to all. That's like, hey, how's it hanging?
That's the praise be Allah is like God bless.
Yeah.
It's like so. And then here the report said a passenger on your flight has claimed that you three are members of ISIS. The MI5 agent said to the siblings, according to Sakina, who is a clinical pharmacist. So. And then she said, the minute I saw the police standing there, I was extremely emotional, she said.
Like any true terrorist would be.
Like any true terrorist. They get emotional when they're identified. We had nothing at all on our phones. We don't even speak Arabic. We're of Indian origin. They don't even speak Arabic. But that is so that's all you have to do if you're... by the way, the only Arabic on her smartphone is within an app featuring verses from the Quran, she said, which wasn't open throughout their time in the airport. By the way, that's not a crime to have the Quran, to be of a different religion.
It's pretty crafty of them not to speak Arabic, though.
But yeah,
to hide
pretty crowd to hide that they are really...
Hide their guilt.
Yeah. We're getting so scared of Muslims, I'm going to try robbing a bank with a Quran. See what happens. That's all. Oh my God, he's got a Quran. Give him all the money. There's Arabic texts in it. Let's see. Sakina said the agent told them that he had already performed checks on the family and was simply verifying the information before warning her that he would be, quote, you ready for this? Doing more research on you, and if anything comes back, I'll be here waiting on your return. Just harassing people for being Muslim. Just harassing people for being different. That's what that is. And they were all flying, by the way, on EasyJet. They're flying on EasyJet, which everyone knows is ISIS terrorists' preferred airline for vacationing in Italy. EasyJet. That's where all the ISIS terrorists go. She says, I was extremely nervous and embarrassed. I thought, shouldn't they, the agent and the police officers, be coming up on the plane with us to show the other passengers that we hadn't done anything wrong, to say, don't worry, it was a misunderstanding? Our holiday in Italy was ruined because it played on our minds the whole time. Yeah, no, they didn't. Yeah, they should have. They should have came. Yes, when you rip three people of Muslim descent off a plane, make sure they're not. Then you let them back. Go ahead. It's what? Why don't you just smear shit on them and tell them to go sit down, act like nothing happened? What? So there were Arabic words on their smartphone. That's why this happened. Their Arabic words were found on her smartphone, which validates fears that they would have taken that plane down with an app. It's so funny. The company issued an official statement. They said, "We apologize for any inconvenience our racial profiling of our passengers have caused."
Yeah.
They didn't say that. What did they say? They did say this. They said, following concerns raised by a passenger during the boarding of a flight, a member of ground staff requested the assistance of the police, who took the decision to talk to 3 passengers at the bottom of the aircraft steps before departure, said EasyJet. Because passengers on their flight said they thought they were members of ISIS. That's all it takes. So now if I'm sitting next to a fat guy who's hogging the armrest, I just got to go, hey, excuse me, I think this guy's from ISIS.
Great idea.
He's that new kind of ISIS. The overweight ISIS, right? They're trying to blend in with Americans.
Or people traveling with babies.
Yeah, uh-huh. Sure.
What does that baby have in its diaper? Might just surprise
So
you.
you can just say that anybody, and they'll just automatically, anybody who's Muslim, you can just automatically have them ripped off a plane. All you have to do is say, hey, I saw that they were saying Allah. What? That's why
I like to be able to do that to the 5-year-old kicking me in the back of the seat.
I'd like to. I would do that. That kid's a baby terrorist.
Terrorist. He kept on saying Allah. Allah.
They said they overheard them say Allah, but they also kicked. They don't tell you this in the story. They also kicked a family off from Oklahoma saying y'all. So it's kind of evens it out. Both sides do it.
Yalla.
That's there you go. We're freaking out. We're still freaked out in America, or not America, in the Western culture. We're still freaked out about Muslims. People have a different religion. Do you think people in the Middle East are freaked out when they see Christians? Because, I don't know, like in Iran, for instance, we overthrew their government, installed a puppet who oppressed his people. Maybe, I don't know, like that. Like maybe they're Christians. You think in Iraq they get afraid of Christians, because we fucking bombed them for no reason? Killed hundreds of thousands of people in their country. We killed hundreds of thousands of people in their country. Christians. We did that in Iraq. Do you think that they get it for, hey, there's a Christian on my plane? But we don't count when America kills people because we don't do it with kitchen knives. We have the decency to do it with a properly made bomb. Like a good, decent human being. We don't cut your head off. We blow your fucking head off. That's what Christians do. So that's that game that people like to play. The white supremacists on Twitter and other places who call themselves alt-right provocateurs, as Johnny Pie says. That's what they're like. Oh no, it's there's only one kind of violence they hate. It's not all religious violence. It's just the Muslim religious violence. That's the kind. That's the kind. But I claim to hate everybody equally, but you don't. You don't. You certainly give your own culture a pass. You certainly give your own culture a pass for all kinds of horrible. We bomb hospitals. It was a oopsie. We just killed another wedding party. 65 people fleeing terrorism. We killed them. Oopsie. It's all right. Hey, somebody drove a truck and killed people in Nice. Oh my God, World War III is starting. We need to ban all Muslims. All things are bad. We need to be consistent. That's the difference between progressives and liberals and the rest of the world, is we're consistent. Because that takes courage and integrity. And we apply the same standard to us, to our culture, as we apply to others. That's what makes us different. And the people who don't are ignoramuses and backwards thinkers. And lots of them are white supremacists. But lots of them aren't.
You know,
Anything else?
Yeah, I heard that the airline was kind of suspicious of these individuals because they were actually excited about seeing the in-flight Adam Sandler movie. And that's a real bomb.